Hey. Okay, just checking to make sure that my mic is on and you can hear me. Hi. So I am in Greece, in a town called Milius, and it's in the mountains. As you know, if you've been following me, I love the mountains. And this place is where it's on Mount Pelion, which is kind of in the north, like northern Greece. Beautiful area. And they say that this is a healing mountain. These, by the way, are olive trees, like lots and lots of olive trees. And actually like this, there we go. And some oak trees and things like this. So, and they've got this road with all these big stones, and I've been walking down this they call it the Mule Trail. I've been walking down it for probably the last hour. Not very fast, because right here the road is actually easy to walk on, but closer to where I live and just further up it's not so easy to walk on. It doesn't feel great. The road is really jagged. Anyway, so I wanted to share with you, because I've gotten quite a few inquiries over the last couple of years, and I never really talk about my life as a spiritual coach and what it basically means to be a spiritual coach as far as I'm concerned. There are lots of coaching programs out there and lots of people that do different types of coaching, for career coaching and for lifestyle coaching and just for, business and whatever else, fitness, of course. But for me, spiritual life coaching basically means that I approach anyone who comes to me with an issue. I approach their issue from a place of practical spirituality. And by that I mean that I assume that everyone, no matter what your circumstances, no matter what you've done in the past, I assume that you are God having a human experience. And for me, the spiritual coaching part is about listening to you to find out where you've forgotten that you are a divine being having a human experience. And so that's what I do with people, and that's an oversimplification of what I do. But the question people have had for me is, how do I, as a coach, as a woman who's a coach, live the lifestyle that I have? So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my lifestyle, and you might think, okay, girl, you're freaking wacky. But my lifestyle is totally designed. It's exactly the way I like it. And, it's a natural extension of who I am into the world. And when I was a child, I longed for freedom. I longed to travel the world. I remember being in Kazakhstan at the age of 22 and saying to my boyfriend at the time, like, I want to walk this planet. I'm going to come back here and I'm going to walk everywhere around this world, and I'm going to meet people and I'm going to see things and I'm going to enjoy this planet and by walking. And here I am. Here I am 26 years later, walking in Greece. And I think about all the different places I've walked in the world. I've walked in Greece and Italy and France, Nepal. I better go back because it's going to start getting dark. Nepal, India. Didn't do much walking actually in India. I need to go back and finish that chapter or open another chapter of that book. Brazil, hiking in Brazil. Yeah, just all over, Obviously Croatia, my beloved Croatia. So, yeah, my lifestyle is about being in the world and feeling a sense of freedom. And for me, freedom is not about financial freedom. Freedom means that I'm free of finances, meaning finances don't dictate anything that I do. I feel it's my professional opinion that I'm free and I have a beautiful flow of money because I'm free of finances. I'm not wedded to money. I do not believe that I need money to do anything that I do. I have money. I use money. I enjoy making money. I earn money. I love it. I have goals for money. But the goals for money are very much about the goals for money. They're about enjoying working with money, enjoying working with the amassing of wealth for the sake of wealth. Not because I need money or wealth to do what I want to do. Number one rule is that God, Goddess, is my supply. Everything that I have it comes from source energy. And when I decided to come to Greece, didn't think one bit about how much it cost, just thought, when am I going to get there? How am I going to do it? And I just booked it. I follow my heart. So for me, this lifestyle that I have is not about super planning. Didn't super plan anything except this trip, and didn't even really super plan it. I just booked a ticket. I found an Airbnb. It was the very first Airbnb I looked at. I thought, ooh, that feels amazing. I'm going to go there. I wrote the woman, asked if it was available. She said yes, and booked a ticket, and here I am. No rhyme or reason. But that's the extent of my planning 98% of the time when I'm, making a trip somewhere. And everything is usually impulsive. This trip was different because I actually booked this trip in December. This is March, so I booked it 3 months in advance. I never do that, but I was following an impulse, and I was in Costa Rica when I booked the trip. So I kind of booked this time based on my schedule. I thought, well, I want to be home. I like my home in Croatia, and I want to be with my friends and everything. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll go on March 21st. It's Mom's birthday. I'll go here. So, yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my God. I love this earth. I love it. I just want to touch these trees. Beautiful burst of springtime right there. Totally need that, man. Oh, and the moon is almost full. Beautiful. So, lifestyle, for me, spiritual life coaching is about really knowing what it is that I want to offer and understanding that the people I'm serving are divine and they have their own path. So there's no one that cannot have what they want. The only blockages they have, and that's where my coaching skills come in, is to understand the nature of their blockages and to help them get out of the way of the universe, bringing them what they want. Now, for me, living my life this way has been really great because, being a coach gives me the freedom to work for myself that's really important for me. I am a natural leader. I'm bossy. And I have the right to be bossy. I'm a boss. I've got years of experience of running businesses successfully. I should be a boss. So yeah, I'm bossy. And I'm also, though, my will is very much about having freedom. So in the morning, I wake up at 4 a.m. And I wake up at 4 a.m. because it feels great to me to wake up at 4 a.m. I don't wake up at 4 a.m. because I have to. I wake up at 4 a.m. because that feels natural. I don't set an alarm. So on the nights when I get home late, if I don't get to bed till 2, then maybe I'll sleep in till 6. Maybe 6:30. I don't even know what time zone I'm in. I got to Greece and I'm like, oh, it's a different time zone. It took me a whole day to figure out I was in a different time zone. But see, that's kind of, that would freak some people out, not knowing like what time it is. Doesn't freak me out. For me, it's just like, whatever. So what? I didn't know what time it is. It makes perfectly good sense to not know what time it is. Whenever I go, to a different country, you have to cross through a border. And I'm in the EU right now, and I have a residency card, so I don't get a lot of questions. But normally, Border Patrol, I have the worst time, because Border Patrol they have to ask you why you're there, and they have to check and make sure, just because you're nice, make sure that you're not up to something, smuggling drugs, or whatever, not trying to stay in the country illegally. Okay, I'm walking uphill. I hate making videos walking uphill. It slows me down and I'm panting. Oh, but that was a steep little hill. Anyway, so normally I get to a border crossing, and they ask me, where are you staying? And usually say, I don't know, because I have an Airbnb, but I don't know the address. And it's something vague. I figure things out when I get there. That's my natural way. For me, freedom means being able to just go at my own pace and do things in the way that I feel like I want to do them, So at the border, they always ask me, why are you there? Why are you coming? And I think, oh shit, I forgot. I don't have an answer for that. Well, I'm coming for tourism. So what do you plan on seeing while you're here? And I'm like, the Taj Mahal, I don't know. I have no idea. Coming to Greece. People are like, why are you going to Greece? I don't know. There's a calling from my heart. You cannot tell them that at the border. Actually, years ago I made that mistake, and I was like, yeah, I'm following my heart, and I thought I should just come here. This was trying to get into the UK, trying to get into Scotland. I just really had this feeling like I wanted to come to Scotland, so I booked a ticket. And they were like, that is not a reason to come here. That makes it look like you want to just come here and you don't know when you're going to leave. If you don't know when you're supposed to leave and you're somebody who just follows your heart, that means that you're going to end up being in our country illegally. You might overstay your welcome here. And I'm like, oh, well, no, I have a return ticket. Yeah, but you do what you want to do. You think you can come. And they were like, I got held up at the border for hours because of that remark. And I was so naive. It was very innocent. I had no idea that I had to actually, it just never occurred to me. And nobody had ever asked. She was the first person that asked. And, yeah, so now I have a little made-up thing when people come, when they ask me at the border what I'm doing here, and I'm like, oh, I'm just coming here. I'm a blogger. I'm a travel blogger, and I'm just coming to check out the sites, and I want to write some articles. I'll be here for just a couple of weeks, and I got a return ticket to come back, even if I don't use that return ticket, all these things. Anyway, so my lifestyle is 4 o'clock in the morning, get up, meditate, have some hot water with lemon, do some breath work, some pranayama. And then I usually do a lot of shadow work, meditation, shadow work, healing, talking to God, praying, and writing. Now I do, because writing is like 90% of my work, I do, when the writing inspiration comes, I jump on it. So it usually comes early in the morning like this, around 5 or 6, I'm ready to write, or I'm already into writing. And I'll just write whatever I'm being called to write for maybe 3 or 4 hours. And then I take a break. So by then it's like 8 o'clock, and it's time for me to go to the gym. And I'll go to the gym, work out, do that for a couple of hours, and then walk home. And by then, it's like 12 o'clock or something. Have some lunch, see my clients, my afternoon clients. Sometimes I have clients early in the morning. That's rare though. It depends. My schedule is varied. I like seeing clients at different times of day. I like the freedom and the flexibility of not doing the same thing every single day. I like changing things up. Like on Mondays, I see 3 clients at 3 different times, like 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 at night. On Tuesdays, Tuesdays I've got 2 clients in the evening. Wednesdays, no clients at all. Thursdays, 3 times a day. It just goes like that. It's all different every day. And I don't know. I just really like it. By the way, beautiful. Let's see how the camera will pick up. It's hard to really get the depth, but it's really just gorgeous. And yeah, I've got a long way to walk back. Not long. It's just the road is really stony. And I'm making a video. I'm talking and walking. Right, so then I see clients. So in between clients, I'm doing more writing, doing more administrative stuff, working on marketing. And then I usually have an evening client, or I try to end my day, because I get up so early, I try to end my work day. Technically, it's finished by 5. Definitely, though, there are a couple of exceptions to that during the week. I've got one client at 10 o'clock at night, which I don't normally do. But it's fine because her energy's so good. I just really, it's easy. So, when you're spirit-led, when you're heart-led, everything feels just nice. I don't have a lot of resistance to anything that's happening in my world. Right, so, and I also work on Saturdays and Sundays, because I like it. I mean, the thing is, I have so much free time that it's easy for me to schedule on Saturdays and Sundays. And I like having, I don't know, it feels right. When I don't want it anymore, I won't do it, you see. I really like the people with whom I work also. This is another great thing about being a spiritual coach. I'm really blessed. I mean, seriously, like my clients, every one of my clients, I feel my heart does this love thing where it's like, I just love them, And it feels so nice to be able to go to the phone or to Zoom. I use Zoom to go on these session calls and to see their little faces. I swear, sometimes I see them and I think they think I'm crazy because I'm like, I got this big smile on my face. They light up my heart. So it's very, very great to work in this industry. And very, very, very rarely have I ever had issues with people. And I think maybe twice in all the years that I've been doing this work. Maybe. But even then, like, you can't even call them really issues, because for me, when there's a problem, I see that as a reflection of me. Like, and it's like, okay, this is an issue. What do I have to what is the universe telling me about myself? You know, what do I need to learn from this? Because I'm a co-creator with the universe. I got to always look back at my responsibility, what I'm bringing, what's inside me. This is another thing I like about being a spiritual life coach, you know. You get to work on your own stuff with other people. Yes, you're helping other people, but there's a healing that happens for me every day. Like, I'm blessed to look at the little faces that I get to see. And there's a river, by the way. I don't know if you can hear it. It's like a rushing river. It's gorgeous. Oh, so blessed to be here. I better hurry up too. It's getting dark and I got a long way to go. I'm just sauntering. Right. So maybe that's all I have to say about the beauty of being a spiritual life coach. I started a spiritual life coaching certification program because, number one, I'm a great teacher. Not to toot my own horn, but I am going to toot my own horn. Well, actually, what I'll do, instead of tooting my horn, what I'm going to do is just tell you about my fucking program and how awesome it is, because it is. So in this program, look, it's a long program. Like, I know that you can go get a life coaching certification in a weekend, and you can pay $10,000 for that weekend and walk out of there and, like, wow, there you go. You're now a life coach. I've seen those programs, and that to me is great if that's what you can do, you know, if you can get what you need. But for me, being a spiritual life coach means that you need to know about spiritual philosophy, you need to know how to talk about it, you need to know how to write about it, and you need to know how to teach it. And you need to also, for me, coaching is about empowering another person to not need me any longer. So the whole point is to actually, like, give my clients everything that I have so that they can do it on their own. Now, some people don't want to do that. Some people are like, hey, can you help me? And I'm like, yeah, you know, but the point is, my job is really to help them be as independent as they possibly can, and to find their power from within. Obviously, from within, the spirituality. It's spiritual life coaching, man. So my job in my certification program is to teach people these principles and show them how they work, how to activate them in themselves, how to activate the philosophy in themselves, and then to impart the philosophy to their clients. Now, that's one aspect of the coaching. I also, for people in the program, I certify them as Reiki masters. So part of the program is to take you from Reiki level 1 all the way to Reiki level 3, Reiki mastery, and so that you have an understanding of energy, and you have a tangible way to help yourself help your clients with a healing technique that is effective and that lets you feel empowered as a spiritual life coach. You know, words are great, but we do have to do energy work as well. I just walked up another hill. I'm breathless. And another aspect, so there's the healing aspect, there's the spiritual philosophy, there's also some basic emotional philosophy that I give you, meaning like helping you understand people and their emotions, and how the emotions affect the body, how the emotions are affecting the mind, and how to heal emotions, helping people get in touch with their feelings, right? So there's another module where I teach you how to do that. There's a whole module on the chakra system, so that you learn the chakra system really well, because it's a wonderful way to understand spirituality and the physical body. That's its own thing. There's also there's a practicum where you work with some clients, you build up some clients, and you do coaching for them, and I supervise and make sure that I taught you right, and that you're using what I taught you in the way that I think it should be used. Of course, giving you plenty of freedom to express yourself and have your own experience. But also, when I first started coaching, it was great. I did a little practicum, and my coach was able to give me some feedback, and that was really helpful, So I definitely have that as a part of the program. Downhill. But you see what I'm talking about with these roads? These stones, actually these are well-behaved stones. The other ones are really wacky. Also, with the program, there's, for me, every coach needs to have a business plan when they are finished with their certification. So part of my certification program includes business concept coaching, so that you actually have a business plan that works. Because as far as I'm concerned, being a business owner and having done this work myself and having run many successful businesses, I believe in making profit. I don't believe in throwing away a bunch of money, and I don't believe in doing things in a stupid way. I don't believe in being irresponsible, and I don't believe in pipe dreams. I believe in dreams, but I believe in thoroughly researching your business and creating a model that makes sense. So I take you through that. Also, as part of the program, I'm teaching you these techniques that you should be able to instantly put into your own business, so you don't actually have to recreate a business. You can use my model or your own model. So the people that are in the program right now are doing a combination of both, which is kind of what is natural, I think. Having a good system is one thing, but also having the opportunity to, create your own way of doing things. For me, that's the joy of having a business, So anyway, there you go. That's my business plan, my spiritual life coaching certification in a nutshell. Those stones are getting crazy. So there you go. If you want to learn more about the program, then, send me an email and I'll tell you about it. But I have a few people that are in it and they're loving it, because it's stimulating. Because I'm Aquarius and I'm spiritual, but I also have a Virgo moon, which makes me really love organization. I love being organized. I love structure. And so the stones are getting whack right now, man. I love structure. So for me, a good spiritual life coach is a successful coach. And success, you need a little structure, for your business in order to make it a business. You want to feel like you can not have to reinvent the wheel every single day. You want to feel like you're being, like your business is supporting you, and you're not wasting your time. You're not doing it wrong, or doing it backwards, wasting money, wasting energy. I was that person who had to do stuff the hard way, learn things the hard way. But I'm like, you know what? Not everybody has to do stuff the hard way. I did it the hard way, so you don't have to, Made the mistakes. You don't have to do the mistakes I made. I built my whole business backwards, but I didn't get the training. I didn't know anything about running a spiritual coaching business, so I had to figure it out. And my coach didn't give me any kind of business know-how at all. She didn't teach me marketing or any of that, So I had to learn that, and I've taken lots of courses. So that's a part of the learning that I give to you. How to market your business. How are you going to get those clients? What are the different ways you're going to do it? And the industry's changing. All right, this is me talking on and on a lot. Hanging up. I'm going to just sign off right now and get myself home. But I'm obviously getting closer because I'm down by the river. The thing is, I got to climb all the way up there. I don't know if you can see. Anyway, I got to get up to the top of that mountain, and I think I've got to go down before I start going up. But it is so pretty here, isn't it? I think it's so pretty. I love it here. God, Greece is like, whoa. You can see why the gods were like happy here. All right. Signing off. Bye for now.